If you can identify problems, I can tell you there's an entrepreneur inside of you. You are somebody who actually sees opportunities. Remember our abbreviation of POOR.
Yes, it's passing on
of opportunities regularly. You know what it is? Every single Monday is that time when we are on our way to the radio studio to Capitalk 100.4 FM on Hustle Hard. So today is gonna be an amazing topic. We're gonna be talking about something that the difference between people who make it and people who don't. One thing, and that thing is simple. People who dare to win are most of the time people who actually win. So I'm so excited. Every single Monday we go about show you a couple of things, how to actually change your life. And I've always said this to people. You cannot win in life if you cannot win in your mind. And if you dare to live the same life that you've lived all these years, I can guarantee you nothing different is going to happen. So in this life, you need to be daring. You need to be somebody who makes a deliberate, conscious effort and choice to be different. There's no way you'll win unless you want to win. So today, make sure you tune in, listen up, and go and watch the full broadcast on the YouTube channel. And I can tell you, if you keep hanging around with me, you're destined for greatness. Because once you change your mind, which is what I do every single time I come on, I'm there to provoke, inspire, and equip you. You can change your mind. I guarantee you can change your life. Holla holla, it's your boy. Let's do it.
Type ready. Uncle Billy, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Let's get into Hustle Hard with George Billionaire.
The Pulse with Becky K on Capital 100.4 FM.
I'm loving the messages that are coming through, Uncle Billy. People are ready. They are waiting to be re-motivated. I don't know if that's the correct phrase to say, but
Re-energized.
Re-energized. They are ready to be empowered. They're ready to be equipped. They're ready to be inspired. What's the other one?
Provoked.
They're inspired and equipped. They are ready. They are ready. How are the mentorship programs going?
Holla holla.
Sorry.
George Billionaire.
That's right.
With none other, yours truly, the one and only, Becky K. And you have made the right decision by tuning in to Hustle Hard, where, like you heard, we're here to transform you to being the best version that Elohim, the Most High God, created you to be.
Oh, yeah.
So, Becky K, the GB mentorship program is going on amazingly well. Mm-hmm. We've got a masterclass, Principles and Secrets to Success.
Oh, yeah.
Happening this Saturday. And to those who follow me on all platforms, there's ways to register. It's limited seating, and we're nearly fully booked. And it's for a selected few people, those who want to invest. So when we come on Hustle Hard, what we do here is for the masses. But then they are intrinsic, focused groups of people who really want to see significant change.
Yeah.
And have a one-on-one, talk to me, and they can become better. So that's happening.
Oh, they get a chance to speak to you one-on-one?
They definitely.
Absolutely.
In the masterclass, definitely, you all get to speak. You get to have a one-on-one time with me, so that we can see how better to make you reach where you're supposed to go quicker. And I always tell people that I'm where I am because of the mentors I had. All successful business people, athletes, all of them had a coach. All of them had a mentor.
Yeah.
So if you ever want to go to the next level, you have to have a mentor. You have to have a coach. If it means you pay to get time with that individual person, trust you me, you will learn a lot of lessons. You will go through less problems that they did if they guide you, and they can make you become a better person in no time at all because of that mentorship.
All right, messages are still coming through. If you are just joining us, it's Hustle Hard with George Billionaire on Capitalk 100.4 FM. If you've got questions, comments, or contributions, you can send them via our apping, either by texting it or sending through a voice note. But make sure you are sending it within the time frame of the show. After the show, Uncle Billy will not be able to respond immediately to those questions, comments, or contributions. We are talking about dare to win, prove them wrong. I know plenty of you are doing things for the sake of proving people wrong. They will say, how dare they say that about me? I'm gonna show them.
That's right.
Is that a good attitude to have?
It is certainly.
Oh,
But
yeah?
before we go into that, Becky,
Uh.
I think, one of the least celebrated holidays and days which are important. Let me get into it, Becky. Let me get into it.
I am so sorry.
Yeah,
Look at how I just
no, don't
went
worry.
die. Look
It's
at how
okay. I got my father's backs.
it's okay.
And,
Thank you.
Becky, I think
Happy
you
belated Father's
you
Day.
have to say something to the fathers. There's a
Okay.
lot of fathers out there
Yeah.
who may not have received some words of encouragement,
Oh.
who are hustling hard, who are working themselves out of this world to provide and be amazing dads.
Yeah.
Becky, I think you have some amazing words
Okay.
to
I
speak.
got this. I
Yeah.
got this. So I'm going to speak to all levels of fatherhood, the active ones, the non-active, and those who are aspiring
Yeah.
to be fathers. So I'll start off with the non-active dads, the absent dads, as we know them. Many names have been given to these men, and I just want to say to you, I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what the issue is. I don't know why you are not a present father in your child's life. But there is still hope, there's still time, and there's still a way forward, a positive way forward for you being a part of your child's life, whether it's a boy or a girl child. You helped bring that life into this earth. So put away all the negativity, the issues, the problems as to why you are not a part of that child's life. Don't let money be the reason why you are not in that child's life. Whatever it is that you are making, you can truly contribute to the well-being of your offspring. To the fathers who are present, well done. May God continue to enable you. May God continue to sustain you to be the fathers that you are in your children's lives. You are the backbone of that family. The family is depending on you to lead them in a certain direction. When in doubt, seek the face of God. God can redirect the things that you have done wrong, and you can put back your family onto that winning path. So don't feel defeated. Don't feel like you have failed when parenting goes wrong. Don't feel like you are defeated when adolescent children are showing you flames. Don't feel defeated. Your help comes from the Lord. So this is from me saying a happy belated Father's Day, and I hope you got plenty socks.
Becky K, big shout out to all the fathers out there. Thank you for those amazing words.
Yeah.
I think fathers are the least appreciated people on this planet.
Yeah, I mean, we almost forgot that.
Do you know that Father's Day is the 20th? It's number 20 on the celebrated.
Halloween is bigger than y'all.
Imagine that. Mother's Day is
like tops. It's Mother's Day, Valentine's, Christmas, in the top
that.
3. Yeah,
They're top 5. But Father's Day, and you know what? I want to applaud all the fathers who are doing what they have to do.
Yeah.
A lot of times fathers are misunderstood. They may be acting the way they are because they never got that word of affirmation. They may have messed up, but fathers are fathers. Baba and Baba, and I think it's important to appreciate them. It's important to buy them gifts, not socks, not ties. It's important to take them out. I had a great time yesterday with my dad, Becky. I took my dad away, and it was great. There's always so much wisdom when you honor your father and your mother. And it's important, no matter what your father, where he is, always just give them a call, send them some airtime, appreciate them. Don't send flowers when it's too late. Let's acknowledge. Let's kneel down in front of our fathers and have them proclaim a blessing upon us, because trust you me, it will go well with you. So to all the fathers out there, we salute you. Keep on keeping on. Let's keep working hard to take care of that family, your lovely wife, your businesses, all that. Without Baba, a house is not a house.
Come on.
So salute you, Anna Baba.
True story.
We appreciate all that you do. And even if it's not said, trust you me, we appreciate you.
I love it. I love it so much. And the fathers are ranked number 20.
Imagine that. Imagine.
I don't know. I think we also have to be active in those areas. We the people with the platform, with the voice, need to push a certain message.
But it comes from you. It's amazing. On Father's Day, you will always have that 1, 2, 3 women who
I was
say,
stopping them, hey? I was stopping them because I used to be that.
Yeah.
I used to be it until I got to my senses like, come on, you will never be a man.
True that.
Even if you step in to do 1 or 2 things that a father should do, you are never going to be a man.
True
So
that.
I was seeing messages, Happy Father's Day to me.
Imagine.
Like relax yourself. Yeah.
True
So they just need to come to the understanding that even if you are playing the role of mother and father, it does not mean when it's Father's
Take it
Day
away, true that.
you take away from the real person who needs to be wished
True
a
that.
happy Father's Day. 0719-100-404 is the WhatsApp number. George Billionaire is in the building. We just had to acknowledge the fathers before we spoke about our topic, which is Dare to Win, Prove Them Wrong. The question was, is it okay to be motivated by the statement, me?
Yeah, you know, Becky, I think the most important thing in people's lives is that live a life for yourself and not for people. Prove them wrong. To me, there's so many naysayers. Naysayers are people who said that you'll never make it. People who said you're not educated enough. People who said that business won't succeed. People who tried to belittle you when you went on your journey. And, you know, there's so many people who are always going to say things. And, you know, when you dare to win and think it's possible, you will be actually surprised what you can do when you just dare. So the word called dare, right? You know, I love the Shona saying, you know, "Tikusiri kufande kubi," right? It means, why not?
Yeah,
Why not? Dare to win. And in this life, to those who win and those who don't, it began with choosing what they wanted. You know, we were talking about choose your heart. We were talking about life is about choices. But in order for you to win, you have to dare to win. You have to at least have a mindset to say, you know what happens if I try? But majority of people have a thing we always talk about, and we need to eliminate this thing, the thing called fear. Because fear is what is going to hold so many people back. Now in the Word of God, it says, do not fear, so many number of times. But then that one thing is what has held so many people from daring to win. There are people who will say, I'm too young, I'm not educated enough, I'm not eloquent enough, I don't have a university degree, I grew up in the rural areas, I'm a divorcee, I'm in Herera. You know, people come up with so many things, and all of those are inbuilt in the word fear. And this is why a lot of people will not make it in life, because they are not daring to. One thing, Becky, I've instilled in my kids is that there's no word called I can't. And whatever you put your mind to, your heart to, you're willing to work hard at, you ultimately will achieve if you just dare to say, let me try. Because the person who tries, and I try more, will always get far more done than people who sit, complain, make excuses, and are always failing to open that door of fear. As we said the other week, behind the doors of your greatest fears lie your greatest treasures. So as long as you are going to be fearing, as long as you're going to be that person who is going to keep making excuses, you're never going to reach where you're supposed to go. And guess what? You'll come here every Monday, listen to us. We will PIE, provoke, inspire, and equip you. But if you don't actually begin to implement, to put to practice, to actually try, and today to actually dare to win, you will never become what God purposed you to be. The message today is dare to win. Now, Becky, it's amazing how many people in this country, and I'm going to use some local examples today.
Go ahead.
We've got the likes of Amai Rebecca Chisamba. Trust you me, when she began her radio show, her TV show, she began on radio, by the way.
Yeah, she did.
Until she went on TV. Trust you me, when she began on radio, people thought she would never make it.
Yeah.
People, there were so many naysayers. And naysayers are those pull him down, pull her down people. And what happens when you actually live a life according to the opinions of people, you will never see anything about your potential being materialized. And we've said it once, we've said it twice. The richest place on earth is the graveyard, because people died full of potential and they did not dare to try to win because they listened to the status quo. they listen to the opinions of people, and they never reach their destination.
Yeah.
If you look at now, Amai Rebecca Chisamba Show, a household name, not only locally but internationally.
True story.
She's known, but she deliberately chose to dare to win. I'd go on to Dr. Strive Masiwa. Trust you me, many people left when he sold his house and liquidated because he believed in his dream. The difference between him and his peers that he grew up with, he dared to win by deliberately saying, you know what, kusiri kufande kupi, let me liquidate my house. Let me sacrifice the comfort that I am in for a bigger thing that will transform my life in many, many, many years to come. And how many of us are willing to do that? We'll go on. There's Shingi Mutasa, right? So many people left. And I tell you, if we go on this list, you will see the difference between people who make it and don't. Are people who are willing to take the risk. Are people who are willing to dare to try.
And they don't give up.
They don't.
Right.
You know, I could go on. We'll talk about George Billionaire
Icha.
in 2012 when he decided to say, you know what? I'm earning $300.
It's not the life I want.
It's not working. This is not the life I would want for my children. Imagine at that time I had 2 kids. I had twins. I was earning $300. Where would I ever be able to then, now my kids are 14, 15, going to a school, would I have been able to pay and take care of them at the schools they are going to now, had I not dared to win and to try the journey less traveled 10 years ago? But now I am able to because I dared to win.
True.
Now when people understand this, that daring to try, all these names I've mentioned and so many more, there's so many great entrepreneurs here in the country, and the difference with them, they dared to try. In this life, if you're not going to dare to try, there's not much you'll ever achieve, because you will remain at the comfort zone. And guess what, Becky? Nothing grows in the comfort zone. Nothing grows when you're at the same place and you're expecting different results. Your definition of insanity.
There we go.
Kupenga.
He could do it.
Washtaura Becky and sitting that in that kupenga.
No, yeah, because that's exactly what it is. I can't imagine someone waking up every single day trying to prove a point, but they're doing it all wrong. Because that can also be something that can happen. You've got the right mindset, but you're going about it, the wrong way. Here you are trying to prove a point, but you're doing it all wrong. No one can correct you. You're like, I'm going to show you. Like, you are going about it the wrong way. How
True
do
that.
you continue like that?
True. So you'll find, Becky, there are so many people that I have looked up to.
Yeah.
Whom, a great man of God, Pastor Tom Rochelle, he dared to win. Now imagine this, he came all the way from America to come to Africa to build this amazing institution and decided to build people and build dreams. Had he not dared to, he wouldn't be where he is today.
Yeah.
Now I don't know who is listening and what you need to do in your life, but one thing is certain. If you continue to do what you are doing and not trying and making excuses, and you listen to us every single Monday, but you're not putting into action some of the things we're telling you, trust you me, there's going to come a time in 5-10 years from now when you are not as energetic, vibrant enough to pursue your goals and dreams and able to financially live the life that you want, that you will live a life of regret. Because at the time that there were opportunities, trust you me, all these names I have mentioned are people who saw an opportunity and did not care or give a hoot what anybody said about what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
And they ran their race. They dared to say, you know what, I'm going to prove them wrong. And proving them wrong is not living or being conformed by the opinions of people.
Come on.
It's saying that God created me for a purpose, and I'm going to stay in my lane, and I'm going to fulfill this specific mandate that I feel I need to fulfill.
Yeah.
In a world and in a country which has many problems, there are so many solutions. I've said this so many times. If you see yourself in a place where you see problems, if you can identify problems, I can tell you there's an entrepreneur inside of you. If you can see problems, if you go somewhere and you see, I'm not pendwa. If you go somewhere like me, I do not like the heat or the cold. I will want to make the weather behave immediately. If you
There's
can
a solution within you.
if you see somebody is not dressed well, or their makeup is not done right, or somebody is not smelling good, or this person's if you can see that, you are somebody who actually sees opportunities. Remember our abbreviation of poor.
Yes, it's passing on
of opportunities regularly. So if you're somebody who sees opportunities, the next step to take when you see an opportunity,
take it,
is to try and solve that problem that people are facing. And in reward, those people will exchange your product or your service and give you money. You need to dare to win. Now imagine, had we not had somebody like Dr. Strive Masiwa who dared in a place where things were hectic and tough. And I can guarantee you, to anybody who's listening, whenever you begin the journey of entrepreneurship, it's not easy. A lot of people do not like to liquidate their houses, their assets, because they don't want to sacrifice the comfort they are in now for the future harvest that they will have. And as entrepreneurs and hustlers, I tell you, the greatest sacrifice you can make is your immediate comfort for the shade you are going to enjoy in the tree you are planting today.
How do I know that this is something I can give up and this is something I cannot? I will take you back. There's a lady who wrote in last week and said she's into business now because she's been listening to Hustle Hard. She sold her car to buy furniture for some of the apartments that she had already. So she, upscaled them for her to make a little bit more money. It's not that she didn't need the car. She did. She needed it.
That's right.
But she saw that if I don't do something daring, like selling my car, I'm going to be average for a long time. How long will it take me to actually raise the money to buy the furniture? So she then said, okay, let me sell my car. And I can always get another one because money is going to come from this. And now she's saying the business is doing the most. Now I can buy any car I want because I made that sacrifice. How do you know that I can sacrifice this, but this, my car?
Becky, I've always taught people that as long as you have a plan B, right? Plan A will never work, right? And when you believe in something so much, just like that lady, that was an amazing message. In Hustle Hard, it's lovely to hear the feedback of the doers, people who are just not listening to us, but people who are actually applying, selling and liquidating their cars. There are people, Becky, who have 2-3 phones, 2-3 cars, they have a house, but listen to the clues of those who've gone before us if they were serious enough about the things that they wanted to do in their lives. I've spoken about Dr. Strive Masiwa. I've spoken about Shingim Tas. I've spoken about so many great entrepreneurs in the country. But when you look at what's more important to you, is it the immediate comfort? There are many people right now, Becky, who are very comfortable, very, with the 3-4 cars, but they don't have a steady stream of income coming in. And that's a potential time bomb. Because remember what we've said, Becky, as long as you have kids, as long as you have a lifestyle, if you're just relying on that one stream of income, there's going to come a time soon where times will tell and money is going to be needed. And if you don't have that tree which you planted and you are willing to sacrifice the immediate now, Becky, I can tell you, when I started Pro Air, Becky, I had one-man band, right?
You were everything.
I was everything. I was the sales, the receptionist, the accountant, the assistant technician, right? A lot of people laughed at me when they saw me on the robots. You were surprised as well, giving flyers, doing the most, trying, believing in something so much, when everybody else, I told you, I love my dad. He had a dream about me. He didn't think it was going to blossom as much as it has done now, but I had a serious conviction that this is what's going to change my life. But there are many people who are persuaded by people not to become winners. They would listen to the wrong associations. They would listen to people who've never won in their life. And the worst thing I can ever say to the pulsers and the people who listen to us, do not hang around people who have not done anything of significant. If you want to become somebody who's great, don't. That is.
What are you doing there?
There's something wrong with you if you hang around losers and you think by God's grace you are going to become the first winner out of those losers. You can never become what you hang around. Let me say that again. If you keep hanging around with chickens, if you keep hanging around with losers, if you keep hanging around with people who have no ambition or direction of where they're going in life, that's exactly what you'll become. But
You
if
will
want
become that because the environment is influencing how you think, how you move, and how you view things.
So imagine if you're surrounded with people who are comfortable with where they are. They're okay. They're okay staying in the 1-2 bedroom the whole life. They're not ambitious. They don't want to win. They're okay. Whether they come 5th or 6th or they don't make, they're okay with it. But if you hang around and deliberately make a subconscious decision to say, you know what, I want to dare to win, you will win. Now, I love this. There's a lady called Mary Drecker in 1984, Becky.
Talk to us.
And this is a woman who was going to be an amazing runner in America.
Right?
Right? But let me tell you something about this woman. Even though she had all these props to be a winner, there's something about her when she was interviewed where she says, you know what, there's something about, every time I want to win a race, something just happens. I'm jinxed. And she said this. People should Google Mary Drecker, 1984 in the Olympics. And guess what? She never won anything because her subconscious mind had been infected by the people she surrounded herself with. Even though she had so much potential and promise to become great, the people around her, she could never win a race because of what she surrounded herself with.
And then what she also kept on repeating, because
Imagine,
people can say stuff, but it doesn't mean that you have to accept it and acknowledge what they're saying. My son went for an assessment today at this amazing school, and when they were done with him, they were just giving a breakdown as to what they actually do. They said, we don't teach subjects here. We teach a human being. We bring out the best in people. And you will discover that maybe what the students need are not like an academic push. They just need you're doing good. You're doing amazing. Yes, you can. Oh, wonderful. Good. Go and try it again. Great. Go and accomplish this. Go and do it this way. They just need that word of affirmation. And what you're saying is true. If Mary Drecker decided to take herself out of those people who were saying, oh, you are jinxed, someone is doing witchcraft juju, I mean, she could have probably run a couple of Olympic races and won.
She would have won so many. You can never win in life if you cannot win in your mind.
Oh, louder.
You can never win in life if you can't win in your mind. We've said it once and twice. Success is an inside job. The person who's responsible for your success is the second letter of success, Becky, and that is none other than you. So imagine if the people around you are not speaking things that tally with where you want to go. You've said it so many times, Becky, that George, I've changed my friends because of you.
Yes.
In order for you to get and become international and become a household name and a brand, there are certain branches, there are certain weights that you are carrying which are actually hindering you from running faster because you are carrying too much. We grew up together. You don't understand, this is my best friend. But if your best friend is not encouraging you or provoking you, if your best friend is not doing things which are progressive, how are you going to win if you are surrounded by losers? This is what we always say. There are so many egos listening to us right now.
Right.
But because of their deliberate association with chickens,
they'll never know.
You will forget. You will forget. And with chickens, what do chickens do, Becky? They cluck. They make a lot of noise. There's nothing productive in the conversations of chickens. They are just murmuring, complaining, making a lot of noise. And when you hang around those people, zuvarino gona utopera, Becky, pasina productive conversations that were spoken. and you will forget that you were born a winner. I'll say this again for somebody who hasn't heard it. Biologically speaking, when you were born, you who is listening to us was born a winner. You won a race in your mother's womb.
Done and
But
dusted.
there's somebody on this planet who now convinced you that you are supposed to be average. You're supposed to be okay where you are.
How dare
But
they?
that is not the intent and purpose of God
Come on.
when He created me and you.
Absolutely.
He created you to be somebody who we don't need a tombstone to know that you existed on this planet.
Or that you were once great, or you were
No.
aspiring to be great.
Because you specifically were born to win. This is the mandate that God sent us. But someone somehow made you affiliated with the people that you are hanging around with now, who have affected your mindset. Somebody told you reading books, somebody told you that successful people you shouldn't hang around, keep hanging around with your friends. But I can tell you, in order for you to win, in order for you to dare to win, it's an inside job, and it begins with your mindset. You have to call yourself a winner. There's a specific talk, Becky. We spoke about the SFP, the Pygmalion effect.
Oh yes, I
They
remember
speak
that
it
one.
into existence.
Yes,
The
where
way
you're like
you-
literally prophesying to yourself.
Yes, the self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
And to people who are listening, whatever you talk about comes about. Now we have an amazing man called Muhammad Ali, aka Keisha Slay, right? And he deliberately, hakuna mungu munu Becky, if you go on YouTube and watch all the videos, there's nobody who was so super confident
Like he was.
like he was. He understood. Muhammad Ali was such a talker and such a believer in himself. Imagine this, Becky. You meet a boxer and you tell him, in the third round, I'm going to knock you out. And exactly that happens. Imagine calling yourself the greatest. I am the greatest. Now, the words that come after the word I am define who you are, right? Wakatadza kuti I am successful. I'm a winner. I'm a champion. I can do all things. I'm a head and not the tail. I am a successful entrepreneur. There are so many I ams that you need to speak into existence. And these are things that only manifest when you begin to see yourself as a winner. There's no way, like I said, you can ever win in life if you can't win in your mind. It begins there. So all this akuna entrepreneur akamboitika in your family, I was told that, Becky, by so many
like,
people.
why do you want to do it? You are the first one to do it. What makes you so sure you will know exactly how to make it work?
But Becky, you know the thing in life, if you grow up from a poor family, you listening to us should be the one that's going to change that. 10, 12 generations later, they need to be able to mention your name. Mention your name. Kuti pampa ina George, pampa ina Becky. Do vakatanga kuita businesses. Zvakazochinja our whole generation. So people need to change their mindset and begin now. Imagine, Becky, had I not started my journey on entrepreneurship, now at least my children are going to benefit from starting at a level I did not benefit from.
Yeah.
And it's going to benefit the next generation.
And the next.
Remember, a man should leave an inheritance and a blessing for his children's children's children. So whoever's listening to us, you should be the first stepping stone. Yes, you grew up in a poor family, you never had the best of things, but now dare to win. Prove everybody wrong who tells you it cannot be done. Be that individual who says, you know what, I'm going to try. Remember what we've said always. People think failure is the worst thing, but failures are bridges on your road to success. And if you never experience failure in your life, you will never taste or know what success is.
Yeah.
To all people who have dared to win, trust you me, I spoke about Strive, I spoke about Mike Samba, I spoke about so many people. They have gone through so many ups and downs, more downs. Right now they are benefiting from the seed, from the hardship, from so many things that happened. So many people caught battles, things not working out, getting in debt. But now, because they're dead, trust you me, look at them now. They are eating the best of the land. They are household names.
Yeah.
They are providing a service because they deliberately decided to go against the status quo. You know, in our country and in the world today, people honestly believe that getting another stream of income is not important. And here on Hustle Hard, we are encouraging
We encourage
people
a
to be
lot.
enlightened. I used to be under the job. I used to be just over broke.
Yeah.
I used to be. I'm no longer there earning a set salary. And you know, I've told people this, and I gave this example some time back. A salary is like a 500 ml bottle of water.
Okay.
Right? That's a salary.
Okay. We visualized it.
Yeah, right. But when you become an entrepreneur, you define the container that you want. And God can pour whatever in terms of clients and amounts of money that come. But as long as you set yourself to one stream of
Bring
income,
out the Jojo tank.
imagine that. So everything in life happens according to what you want.
Yeah.
You know?
We've got 5 minutes left before we shut this down. I'm enjoying the conversation. I thought I should share this as well. The word try must be avoided at all costs when talking progressively. Replace the word I will try with I will do my best. Try has no commitment in itself because you said I'll try. So if you don't do it, you're like, I said I'll try.
Yeah.
As opposed to saying I will do it. So when you're questioned as to why you didn't do it, because when you say I will, there is commitment there, and I think that's what people run away from. They don't want that whole commitment. People are going to come and ask me, what's the progress? With what you have said on daring to be different and you know, daring to do the things, proving people wrong. What's my mindset? Am I kind? Am I being nice to people when I'm proving them wrong? Should I respectfully prove them wrong, or should I be like beast mode? I am proving you wrong.
No, Becky, this life is yours and yours alone. And where people end up is a choice that they have decided. And there are others who have decided to go on a journey less traveled called entrepreneurship. And trust you me, they are not out there to prove people wrong. But then they are friends, Becky. You're a very good example. They are friends you grew up with. You are now busy every weekend doing your gigs, traveling the world, Becky, not towns. And you are doing things. Do you have time for those people?
No.
A lot of them told you it's not going to work.
Yeah.
A lot of them told, you know,
I was actually told
they are already.
They've got their own people.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
But now, imagine how they look. It's not you pompously going out there and say, I told you so.
Yeah.
Look at me now.
Don't
But
be
then,
pompous
no,
about it.
Never be pompous.
Okay.
But make sure. You know, I love it when, for me, it's a fuel. You know, I remember when I started calling myself George Billionaire, and people laughed. But Becky, with me, I like when people belittle me because it fuels me up to prove them wrong, to say one day you're going to say, Akava Kudara, he said this from way back, and now he's on his journey. People think that a billion will manifest now, but get it correctly. I'm on my journey to where I am going. But trust you me, I'm at a far better place now than I was when I was still under the JOB. Now, you know, in Mark 11:24, it says that whatsoever you desire and believe and work hard at, you actually can achieve. Whatever you desire.
Because believing is work. It's things that you have
Whatever
to
you
yes.
desire, whatever you dare to say, you know what? I want that car. I want that lifestyle. Whatever you desire. Desire. The most important thing is desire. And a lot of people here are not hungry. The difference between those who make it and those who don't, it's their hunger. Some are okay with $500 and they're okay. Some are not okay with the 500 mil example we gave. But some want the bigger picture.
Yeah.
And you know, when you grow a business after 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, 10 years, you then be able to see that, wow, there is so much capacity and potential that one can actually achieve because you dared to win and you dared to want.
Prove them wrong.
That's right.
You wanted it. Be hungry. George, before you motivation for this week.
Right. This week, I want everybody to understand that life to change, you need to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. I'm reading a book. I'm still on it, Dare to Win. Becky's reading a book. If you don't update your mental software, you will never ever be inspired and provoked by the others who have done it before. Whenever you read self-help books, all they are doing to you is telling you that all things are possible to he who believes. And when you hear other stories and other clues about how other people made it, you too will begin to see yourself as a winner. So I want to encourage people, let's empower ourselves by reading books.
Absolutely.
Let's spend our time self-developing ourselves, because I believe in you, and I believe that God created you to be far better than the life that you are living today.
Amen.
Desmond.
Justin 254.
Even cook a pizza from 9 to 5. Ne pro you will survive. Ukapunza ghetto rangu where I reside. Ne pro we are surviving. You better make the weather behave. Ukawa link our pizza it wave. Son, mano suta basara mambo baiza. Alizi step vura window uchi driver. Pano uya chembe ukawa daita. Wakwesira mae yako ni nore kutonorwa kana kutirwa. Ndodeza prohe. Ndakapinda machena panda kamanzia. Vanuwe prohe. Chida kutonorwa kana kutirwa. Ndodeza prohe. Ndakapinda machena panda kamanzia.